Hey town, welcome to the future of Greenville real estate here at the warehouse. Okay, so we're currently sitting here in the family room, and I want to highlight a few features of the family room. What we did with our windows, one, the window placements are amazing. During the daytime, you never really have to have a light on in the house, you know. And the other thing we did is we thought about not just, when I say to the future here, I mean things that just make sense, right? Like all the windows have been pre-wired, so you have the option to install hardwired blinds, and you can integrate those into Alexa or Siri, and it's just one of those things where, you know, it can actually evolve over time versus, you know, not putting the wire in, you have no option. So I really thought that was a good feature for this space, and it just makes sense. As we step into the first floor kitchen, you'll notice that, you know, I always say there's a difference between luxury and luxury that makes sense. And accessibility was super important to us. So we installed these units that you can actually pull down and access your items because that's how it should be done. Another thing we did is we have an infinite hot water loop running in the house, and you always have hot water when you turn on the sinks, which is awesome. There's this chef integrated sink here in the island. Panel ready appliances, Fisher and Paykel appliances, which I absolutely love. I call this little thing the pantry before the pantry. And then here's the actual pantry. Another thing we did here in the pantry is you have what we call the Costco door. I'm always up late at night on Instagram and looking for inspiration, and I saw this. So this is not a Coleman Collection original, but there's a door here that is attached to the garage, and you can actually pass your heavy groceries, your water, whatnot, directly into your pantry, and it just makes sense. And we really thought about that in maximizing storage and things like that. So you have Lady Susan's integrated, and just love these little things. Currently, we're in the garage over here at the warehouse, and I think a lot of people just forget about the garage, which I get it, but at the same time, we care about every level like we talked about. And we really thought deeply on making sure that this space could also be versatile, right? So it's a garage, but this can easily be a nice, fun, functional gym. Could be entertaining. You know, we've installed speakers in the garage. We've installed a TV. There's 2 EV chargers in here, along with 2 EV chargers on the exterior. But really just doing the things that everybody else just doesn't do. And that's what always has set us apart, and it always will. We talked about the Costco door inside. And just to show you guys this in action, if I know the code, this is our Costco door. You know, you can pass your groceries in from the garage directly into your pantry. Forgive the color here, it hasn't been painted out yet, but again, just these things that don't cost you much to do, but when you think about the end in mind and you frame it in and framing, and you know, you have your contractor do a little door, it's just awesome. So really like the Costco door here that we installed. So now we're up here in the loft, and I'll take this opportunity to really highlight the art. We really wanted to bring together a local element. And one, I see this house as a work of art, and we intentionally left the walls white. And we worked with Kara and Talon, Kara from the Grand Bohemian, Talon from Da Vinci House. And they just did an awesome job with understanding our vision and thoughts of you know, really pulling the colors throughout the house, pulling the colors throughout the furniture, and just really love how it all came out. And again, all the art is local artists, and just awesome to see it all done. Welcome to the second floor primary bath. I love this bathroom. This is by far one of my favorite creations. Besides having the integrated vanity and the cohesive there, we also did what I call the car wash shower. So this thing is a good 7 by 13 feet in size. We have a tub that's been integrated. and doing things that just make sense with our actual supply. When you turn the water on, it's located directly when you walk in, and that way you don't get wet. And so doing these things that just make sense, we also have heated floors integrated in the bathroom itself, but also that run into here. So this thing feels like almost like a sauna, and then we have the water going, it feels like a steam room, and it's just bad butt to me. This is definitely a top feature for me. There's so many cool features in the house, but I like this one a lot. So we integrated an elevator, and this is a residential elevator. And I've seen these done a lot of times where people basically put normal doors on them. They kind of almost cheapen them down. They're very standard. And I'm like, look, this thing is the price of a car. We're gonna highlight this and we're gonna do it right. So what we did is we have the glass door on, as you see. We also integrated scissor gates. And instead of just leaving this like a bare floor, we actually integrated the tile, the 4x4 tile that's featured in the first floor as well. You have a digital screen here, and it's also double-sided. So when you exit out the third floor, which we'll get to in a minute, it's a beautiful view of the top. So love the elevator. I always call the third floor, it's almost just an entertainment floor. I thought it was really important to keep everything cohesive. I had my cabinet guys that did all of the cabinetry throughout do this nice little accent wall. And they also did us a nice little hidden door into the theater room. One of the things that I love about this movie room, like I always say, we do things from our perspective. It's not about, you know, what the masses are general. It's, you know, how would we want to see something and how would we do it right? And so we installed a 13 two-channel speaker. You have 2 subwoofers and 13 speakers in the wall and in the ceiling, 28-inch screen. And this thing, as you see, we've integrated the lights that have been mudded into the drywall. You know, and this projector, we have a Sony, forget the exact model, projector that's been recessed into the mechanical room. And again, it's just beautiful to see this thing come to fruition. And almost soundproof the room. We put in Rockwell insulation in the walls and the floor, and you can have this thing at 90% volume and you won't hear it throughout the house. So absolutely love this room for many reasons. Welcome to the third floor. I love this space for many reasons, but what I think is cool is you can never actually build this high in the city limits again. These plans were approved 2 weeks before Greenville's code change. And so we decided to go all out on it. You've got a view of all of downtown. You've got a view of the North Greenville Mountains. And we actually integrated, you know, TV, there's speakers that are installed here, and a whole full outdoor kitchen with a beverage fridge and an ice maker and a grill. You know, very, you know, everything's stainless steel, very integrated and very cohesive with everything we did throughout. So really, really love the space.